Hello, guys. Hey guys, it's Logan, one third of the Sports Huddle podcast. That's right, we added a new member. So please join us in welcoming Kenny. Kenny was on the last episode when we were talking about the Royal Rumble preview. Kenny has officially decided that he is going to be joining us when we do the wrestling episodes, as well as maybe he'll join us now and then for some other episodes. We'll see about that in the future. But please join me on behalf of the Sports Huddle in welcoming Kenny to the podcast. In today's video, we're going to be discussing the Royal Rumble results. So if you haven't already watched the Royal Rumble, please take this as your official warning that there will be spoilers in this if you have not already watched it. If you have watched it, or either way, you're more than welcome to watch the video. We want to thank you guys for all of the support that you showed us on that last video. We gained, I believe, 142 plus new subscribers from that video, over 500 views in a matter of 24 to 48 hours. We released it Friday, and today is Monday, and we're sitting at a lot more than we were when I dropped it. So we really do appreciate all of the support. If you guys have any content ideas that you would like us to do, please don't hesitate to drop down below in the comments. I hope that you guys enjoy the podcast. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the pod. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Sports Huddle. I'm Logan.
I'm Keaton.
And I'm Kenny.
We hope everybody is doing well today. In this episode, we're going to be doing a little bit of a Royal Rumble recap. But first, before we get into that, let's get into some podcast news. First and foremost, as you guys know, Kenny is joining us again for another episode today. Additionally, he is joining us this week as well. I believe it's going to be this Wednesday again. But he's going to be joining us again for a Super Bowl podcast. So that's going to be fun. Yeah. And then additionally, Kenny has officially joined the Sports Huddle and is now a member for when we do the wrestling episodes. So welcome aboard, Kenny.
Yeah.
Welcome aboard, man.
Thank you. Sports Huddle, brother. Welcome aboard.
Thank you, guys. It's an honor to be part of the Sports Huddle officially.
Absolutely, man. It is going to be fun. It's good to have more faces on here, you know?
The more faces we get, hey, listen, the more faces we get, the more views we get.
Yes, sir.
Right?
By the way, that last episode, I don't know if you guys have seen how it did recently.
Popped off.
But it went crazy. Did you see it, Kenny?
Yeah, like 500 views.
Yeah, and we have gained since then. I don't know how well you guys can see that, but we have gained 143 subscribers. Since the podcast went out, so
we went from 3 to 146.
So it's
insane.
So
we can't thank you guys enough.
Yeah, no, we can't.
Also,
we can't thank Kenny enough for joining us for that, because without that wouldn't have made that possible either. So Kenny's got a big part in that 100%. Too. But yeah,
I appreciate it.
Let's jump right into it. First of all, how did you guys like the Royal Rumble?
It was pretty good. Pretty good. I missed a good part of it because I was at work, and then I had to came home, took a shower.
Yeah.
Forgot that it was on, honestly. So I saw bits and pieces.
I believe your prediction of Becky Lynch being in there was correct. So Becky was in there. What did you think, Kenny?
That's always her.
I honestly quite enjoyed it. I mean, there were some things about a Royal Rumble pay-per-view that didn't really just like feel the magic of the Royal Rumble pay-per-view itself, but overall, the two Royal Rumble matches were amazing, so I really enjoyed them.
Oh, no, definitely. I thought they were. The other two matches, I feel like they could have been done a bit better. There were some things about them that I didn't necessarily like as much as, I would like to like them. But it was a solid pay-per-view. I don't know. We were talking like A, B, C, S tier and whatnot the other day. Where do you guys think that on that tier?
Oh boy.
Honestly, if it were me, I would put it in the C tier only because we kind of genuinely knew who was going to win the Gunther versus AJ match, and also the same thing with the Drew McIntyre versus Sami Zayn match. So we saw it coming before it was even like set in stone.
Oh yeah.
And overall, it doesn't take anything away from the men or the women's Royal Rumble, but still, I think it deserves like that C rating.
Yeah. I would give it a C.
I can agree with you.
Probably for me a C, at best a B, but I feel pretty comfortable putting it in the C position and not higher.
Right.
There was another thing that I tell you, I like the graphics in the Royal Rumble and I like the way they do things for the most part. But the I'm gonna call it the taskbar because that's what it reminded me of. The whole thing at the bottom where it said how many superstars were
Oh yeah,
eliminated and how many superstars remained. That
It's like a
I didn't
Microsoft
like that.
taskbar.
Yeah,
I
if you
didn't
haven't
either.
seen it, Keaton, you need to look it up because it was.
I saw it on memes, dude. It's freaking hysterical just looking at it.
I feel like I don't know about you, Kenny and Keaton, but I felt like it took away like my. I mean, it almost like when I would see it, it almost pulled my attention away from the match and to that.
It
I
was it was kind of a big distraction, honestly, from what the match was. So
yeah, I thought of it as kind of like cool in a sense because it's just like if like let's say hypothetically speaking, if I had a friend over and they knew nothing about wrestling, they could instantly just be like, "Bam! All right, here's the little taskbar, tells you who's still in it, what their names are, and such and such." But also, it's like it's not too big of a distraction to where I can still pay attention to it, but it's like barely noticeable in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it. I'll tell you. So the projector screen I have behind me, right? That's what I was watching it on, and the way the screen was set up, it took like the whole bottom portion of the projector up, like the whole bottom portion
Oh.
was that. So on mine, I don't know if it was everybody's, but it was. Yeah, you could really get a good look at it, and I didn't
Oh
like it
yeah.
too much. Um, but I think it was pretty solid. The other thing that did stick out to me, not just the giant taskbar, but was the fact that not a lot of the seats were filled in the way that they usually are in the United States. Like,
Yeah, they made like way too many seats, and like they should have at least counted like how many, or at least take an estimate of how many tickets they were going to sell first before they were like, "Hey, let's make a ton of seats, but only sell maybe like a third of the tickets."
the thing that made it worse, I feel like, was the lights on the back of the seats
Oh
because you
yeah,
could clearly see somebody sitting next to that being a real person, and then you could clearly see the rest of them are lights and not real people. So if I had to step
yeah.
into
I
their
thought those were like projectors for a second
I
there. I'm
did too.
like,
I was like, "What is
what?
that?" I was kind of thinking like, so like on the back of my gaming chair, it's got like the logo there. I was kind of thinking it had some sort of logo that had like a backlight on it or something, but it was weird. Um, I tell you, if I were to go into their shoes building that, like if I were to say, you know what, we're gonna make it look filled, do what they did for the Daytona 500, to where the seats are painted all different colors, so it looks like somebody's sitting in them. Have you seen that, guys?
I have
yes.
not.
I'll have to send you a picture of
Oh,
it, Kenny. But the Daytona Speedway in Daytona, Florida, each seat is painted a certain color so that when the camera zooms out, it looks like they are all filled up. Like you could have the whole place could be
yeah. We're about
empty.
talk about Daytona. We're about 2 weeks from the Daytona 500.
We are. Wow.
Okay.
We're not going to get too much into Daytona though. But yeah, it was interesting the way they looked. Um, quite bizarre, if I must say so myself. I'm trying to pull up.
It was
Go ahead,
it was a
Keaton.
mess though. It was just a mess though with the way the lights were and everything, and that taskbar,
How
dude. I'm like,
many tickets
who
sold to the
the hell put a
2026
Microsoft
Royal
taskbar
Rumble?
on the bottom of the screen?
And I can't click out of it.
Um,
I can't click out of it. I can't click out of it.
it says
Good one, Kenny.
18,000 were expected to attend.
How many attended out of that 18K?
That's what I want to know. It sat an estimated 20 to 25,000 fans. However, a number of those seats remain empty. Wow. It says some tickets were selling $21 and yeah. It says 21 US dollars was how much they were going for. So they must have really been trying to fill those seats. Yeah. It said some tickets started at $21.
Dude, I could have made a round trip to Saudi and gotten a ticket for like $25 and would have won. Dang it!
I would have too.
God dang it!
Also, I don't know. I don't know if I would want to randomly go to Saudi Arabia to watch WWE.
Did you say 21 bucks a pop? You're looking at $63 for the three of those.
Yeah.
Or
Get
for
it from
round trips, that would probably be really expensive.
Yeah, fair enough.
You'd be paying like 3 times or like 1,000 times what you paid for the ticket for the airline fees. Like $1,000 for a ticket, like plane tickets, but like $21 for the tickets for the show.
Dude, we'd have been so jet lagged we wouldn't have recorded today.
Shoot, if tickets cost like 21 American dollars, then I could imagine what a gallon of milk could cost.
Oh God.
I would be curious. Well, let's
like
jump.
25 cents.
Probably. Before we get back into today's video, I want to thank today's sponsor, W Energy. Look, whether you're watching a full day's worth of games, watching the Royal Rumble at 3 a.m. because it's in another country, or just getting through everyday tasks, if you don't like drinking Monster Energy drinks because they got that jittery feeling, W is for you. W Energy is a clean energy formula with zero sugar and no artificial dyes, and it gives you that clean energy and hydration, whether you're going through the work week or gaming late or watching a full day's worth of games. W Energy is for you. I've been using it for about a month now, and I can safely tell you that out of all the energy drinks I've tried, and trust me, I've tried a lot, W Energy is by far the best one, and it gives me no of those jitters when it's coming out of my body and when the energy is kind of waning off like the other ones do. So go to w.gg and use code the Sports Huddle for 10% off W and try some W Energy today. Refreshing. Drink W and enjoy the rest of the video. Let's get right into it though. The Women's Royal Rumble match. Let's start with that. Kenny, do you want to take it from the top with that one?
I will. So I made some notes about it, and honestly, the Women's Royal Rumble, my hot take is that it was the best one. I think that it definitely was better than the Men's Rumble for sure. And some key things that I put down is that the highlights was, one, the return of Brie Bella. That was pretty awesome.
Absolutely.
And superstar standouts for me, I have 5. So, one, I have Lash Legend because of just how amazing that she was in the ring. She had the most eliminations in the Women's Royal Rumble for this year, so that was awesome. Sol Ruka, who was entrant number 10, and then lasted into the top 3, and then was in there entirely for 50 minutes and 52 seconds. Roxanne Perez, I really loved her outfit because it was inspired by the show Kim Possible, and the villain in the show is Shigo. And I love Kim Possible. It was such a childhood favorite of mine.
Dude, I saw that and I was like, oh my God, it's literally Shigo.
It's Shigo!
It's Shigo,
and then,
dude.
Last one, Charlotte Flair. I feel like she was the underdog. Came in at number 1. She was the 23rd person to be eliminated from the Women's Royal Rumble, and she lasted a full 59 minutes and 49 seconds. That is insane.
Yeah.
Almost an hour.
Yeah. And some key takeaways that I had on here was I don't know if you guys saw it, but this was moments before I think Lash Legend had been taken out, but it was Io Sky and Lash Legend, they were kind of wrestling for a little bit. Legend goes over, EO goes over, and then you just see Lash Legend holding on for dear life. Same thing with EO, and EO puts Lash Legend in a leg lock, and it looks like a really strong and brutal leg lock. And then Lash Legend is trying to get her off of there, and then she whams her down onto the mat, and you could hear the thud. And I'm just like, oh my god!
Yeah.
Like, are you serious? Like, it sounded like it hurt.
Oh,
It sounded like it hurt. So I am genuinely like curious to know, like, is like EO okay?
hey guys, Logan in the future here. So as I was editing the podcast, I found the clip on YouTube. All credit goes to WWE because this was taken from their YouTube channel. So all credit goes to WWE. I'm not saying that we own this clip in any way, shape, or form. But yeah, here's that clip that we were talking about on the podcast so that you guys can see it for yourself.
In trouble. Flashlights go here now. Both eliminated. So what do you do?
Okay,
Was that a
because
botch?
like it was, yeah, or was it like a botch? Because like it, the way that it sounded like, you know, that she actually hit her head, and that it was insane.
No,
Yeah.
Go ahead, Keaton.
Yeah, and then oh, sorry.
I'm surprised that I wouldn't be surprised if she has a concussion because the way that she hit,
The way that her head hit.
her way that her head hit, that all that trauma in her head, dude. I'd be surprised if she doesn't come back for a match next week. So
Yeah. And another thing that I wrote down that was like a key takeaway was Maxine Dupree's quick exit. Like, she was in there for like less than like 10 minutes, and then she gets eliminated by Natalia, I believe. And I wish that she could have been in there a little bit longer, because I truly, genuinely believe that Maxine Dupree is a star.
Oh,
I think that
definitely.
hopefully within the next few years she wins a Royal Rumble and makes it big, because she has a lot of talent. I truly believe that. And last thing that I put on here for the key takeaways is no AJ Lee. I feel like that they could have easily replaced someone, and then just put in, you know, AJ Lee. I feel like she would have gotten like a big pop for being in there.
yeah,
Plus,
no AJ Lee kind of killed part of the Royal Rumble.
I would have rather seen AJ Lee than Natty, to be honest.
Yeah, honestly, like she's already been in 5. We need AJ to be in her first one.
Yeah.
Bring AJ in, please.
Let's see.
Yep. And then I sense tension within the Judgment Day.
I do too. I sense a lot of tension. Maybe not.
Likewise.
Maybe not so much with Roxanne, but definitely Liv and Raquel.
Raquel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Raquel Rodriguez.
That was something I didn't see coming. I mean, I kind of did. I thought it was going to happen, like, by accident, but she just went, "You're out of here, Raquel. Like, see you later."
Yeah.
So it was.
And
Raquel is gonna come back for revenge, dude. I have that feeling.
I feel like she's gonna take it personal, because like they gotta know that in the Royal Rumble, it's every woman for themselves, you know, and like there are no friends in there. They could be friends outside of it, but there's just no friends during it when literally WrestleMania is on the line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see what ends up happening. Keaton, you still there?
Yeah, I gotta do laundry.
Oh. Okay.
I'm still here though, so I'm just gonna keep my camera off. I don't want to get yelled at by my mom saying, "Oh, your work clothes aren't dry," because I gotta work tomorrow and Tuesday.
That's valid. No, I definitely do think there is gonna be tension within the Judgment Day. I don't know. This might be the time, in my opinion, when the Judgment Day goes separate ways.
Same.
I can sense like a big collapse with the Judgment Day, only because, you know, Finn seems like he's getting tired of it and that he wants to go separate ways and that he's not getting treated well. And he desperately needs a title win, a major title win and stuff like that. And with Liv getting this big push now, it's starting to build up tension.
Yeah.
Ever since she eliminated Raquel, so that could create some tension for them, which would cause her to leave Judgment Day. So, yeah, I feel like that by the time 2027 gets here, Judgment Day is going to be no more.
No, I definitely think so as well.
Yeah.
No, but I thought, you mentioned earlier that you thought it was the best match of the night. I definitely do agree with you there. I think it definitely was the best match of the night. Which is unusual for the first match of the night to be the best one. But I feel like it was. I feel like there was everybody who was in there, for the most part, didn't disappoint. They all lived up to expectations, which was nice. But no, I thought it was good.
Okay.
I was glad to see Tiffany back. I kind of wish she would.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, I kind of wish she would have won entering at number 30.
It was.
But it's all right.
What about Becky Lynch?
I didn't think Becky was going to win. I thought she was going to enter, but definitely not win.
Oh yeah,
dude, I can't believe she was in it. I'm so shocked.
Yeah, she had won the 2019 Rumble, but it's just like it's just they wouldn't have like a storyline for her since like she's the IC champ.
Yeah. I thought it was good though. Anybody got any final thoughts on the subject of the Women's Royal Rumble?
Nope, not really.
No, not for me either. I just thought it was amazing.
Yeah,
honestly.
no, I thought it was too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was good. Let's move on to Gunther and AJ Styles. Gunther defeats AJ Styles, forcing Styles into retirement. However, Styles didn't leave his gloves in the ring, which was
true.
Which was bizarre for me.
He'll probably leave him in the ring somewhere.
I think he'll go to another company and leave him. I think he'll go TNA.
Yeah.
He'll probably go TNA.
Yeah, that's what I think will happen too, because like he started his career in TNA, so I think it's best if he, finishes it in TNA, where AJ famously ran the place, no pun intended.
He was the face that runs the place.
Yeah.
I think the match lacked a lot. AJ had some good moments to where, he looked good, but for the most part, it was basically the same thing as Gunther and John Cena. Gunther using the sleeper hold over and over and over. Like he's spamming X on the PlayStation controller, and that's the only move he knows how to use.
Yeah, that's not me. That's not me with WWE, dude. You'll see me looking up in the books and everything online. I'm like, oh, this is how you do this move. Okay, let me body slam a guy into the freaking table.
It's like you're playing Guitar Hero, and then you're just clicking on that one freaking note for like the final,
and then you're trying to.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what it kind of felt like.
Excuse me, I definitely do agree. Though.
Yeah, it was like a copy and paste of John Cena's like final match. I felt like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it felt directly copy and paste. It was kind of boring.
If you told me, if I know anything about wrestling, and you told me this is the same dude that he just faced at Saturday Night's main event, I would have believed it. Like, because it was the same thing as Saturday Night's main event was. And if they're trying to turn him into the legend killer that I think they are, they're doing a poor job doing that. And somebody needs to step in.
Yeah.
This ship's sinking faster than the Titanic.
Yeah. Hook, line, and sunk.
Your thoughts on the match, though, Kenny?
Underneath.
What are you guys' thoughts on the match?
What sleeper match? It's boring. I almost fell asleep through it. I was like,
yeah, honestly,
what a snooze fest.
Yeah, it was basically just a copy and paste of John Cena's farewell tour match. I felt like, and I felt like that I would have rather watched paint dry than watch, a match that I've already felt like I've seen before. It felt like deja
I'd rather
vu.
watch paint dry.
Yeah.
I'd rather step on a Lego than watch that.
No, kiss a cactus. There we go.
It's a cactus.
Yeah.
Sit on a cactus, better yet.
Yeah, it was.
It's a porcupine. Same as a
The
cactus.
whole thing was just like, I get it's his last match. He's not gonna do too much, but it made him. I mean, it made him look like a rag doll. Like, it was horrible.
Exactly.
Like, I don't know. I've never personally been a fan of Gunther. I don't know about you guys, but I've never personally been a fan of his. And
Neither have I.
this whole thing he's doing is really just. I'm not a fan of it either. And from what I hear, he's set to retire Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. So, if that's the case, it better be a different match.
Brock Lesnar. Listen, Brock Lesnar better put Gunther in the freaking ground.
Oh, I hope so.
Just shut him up.
I'm at least hoping that before, Brock Lesnar retires, that he faces Obafemi.
Oh, definitely. I said it last night during the Rumble when they were in the ring together. I said that needs to be his last match in WWE. Whenever he retires.
That needs to be at WrestleMania.
Yeah. Yep. They need that in the main event of WrestleMania. I mean, that's almost like a Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant, type of match right there. Like that is something to look forward to.
David versus Goliath.
Goliath versus Goliath. I mean, honestly, though, Brock looks small standing next to Obafemi.
Oh yeah,
I feel like yeah.
Yeah, Obafemi is like a mountain of a man. If anything.
Yeah.
Like Brock Lesnar, he's not as strong as he used to be. And let me tell you something. Brock Lesnar, I have tremendous respect for Brock Lesnar, but I feel like that he's just not as good of a wrestler. Like he's more of the pro MMA fighter. I just think that since he's going in there and stuff like that, he could at least just put on a good show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if anything.
Yeah.
If he does, if they do it correctly, hopefully if Triple H does it correctly, then it'll be Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania.
Dude, you wonder why Obafemi looks so big compared to Brock? 6'6", 310.
And Brock is
6'3". Mountain of a man.
Brock is 6'3", 287. So he's a little less than Oba is.
He's 3 inches shorter and 23 pounds lighter. Oba's gonna turn him into a toy.
Oh, I think he would. Any last thoughts on that match, guys?
Yeah, nothing really.
No. Like I said, I don't think the middle two matches were that interesting. Next up is Drew McIntyre and Sami Zayn. Drew wins that to retain the World Heavyweight Championship. What was that match? What exactly was I watching there? Because I wasn't.
Nothing.
I'm not really too sure.
I don't even know how it even happened because I could have sworn just a couple of weeks ago, maybe even a month ago, Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes were having a rivalry, and I'm just did they even finish that? It just seemed like after Cody Rhodes lost the title to Drew, they just stopped caring and were just they don't get a rematch.
Yeah, because I mean, Cody hasn't been you know what? I want my rematch. That match was not in my favor. Jacob Fatu should have never been there. I want my rematch. Not only that, but Drew McIntyre and Jacob Fatu had a feud. Where's that been too? This whole thing to put Sami Zayn in there makes no sense to me.
It was one big contradiction on the whole creative side of things.
Oh, definitely.
And I feel bad that Sami Zayn had lost, especially in the Saudi Arabia crowd, because he wasn't even allowed to be in Saudi Arabia for a long time because of his religion, because he's Muslim and stuff. So he wasn't even allowed in the country until they finally allowed him in it because of just like how popular he is and how much the Saudi Arabian people love him. And I truly believe that this will set him up in the Cody Rhodes path that he had when it was him versus Roman, and when he had lost, he eventually won the big gold title, which was, the WWE Undisputed Championship. I have a feeling that that's going to happen to Sami. Sami next year is going to win the Royal Rumble, and he will go on and face whoever the champion is at the time, and he's going to win it, for sure.
I hope so. Because that match felt like I was watching Drew McIntyre highlights. Like, that was nonstop.
Yeah.
I mean, Sammy missed haluva kick after haluva kick. I mean, he landed maybe like 5 good shots, and the rest was like Drew McIntyre hits back-to-back future shock DDTs, and then the whole thing was over. Like, not only that, but he threw him through the table. It was horrible. I'm sorry to say that, but that match was the worst match of the night, in my opinion. For what they were building it up to be, it disappointed. Like they had, but in their defense too, they had a week in between Saturday night's main event and the Royal Rumble, a week to build that storyline. So they didn't have much time to work with, and I think it really showed in that match. Any last thoughts on that match, guys?
No.
It was like watching paint dry, very, very slowly. Okay, you know what it made me want to do? Go sit on a pine cone. That's how painful it was to watch.
On a pine cone, that's what's that.
On a pine cone, that is crazy.
That is crazy. That's absolutely diabolical.
Yeah.
I felt like, I mean, in comparison to Keaton saying it was like watching paint dry, I felt like it was like watching a roller coaster go round and round and round and round and round. The same thing over and over and over. Nothing to change at all. It was...
It's like somebody camping in the corner with a shotgun on Call of Duty. And you can't kill them. And they just keep killing you over and over and over again. It's just to the point where I don't even know how much longer I'm going to be watching WWE because how stale some of these matches have been lately.
That's why I kind of stopped for a little bit, but I slowly kind of got myself back into it.
That's how I was. Like, I don't know.
I'm gonna ease my way out and then just slowly wait. If I see a match I want to watch, I'll watch it.
Yeah. Well, next up we have the men's Royal Rumble match. Roman Reigns wins that match to win his second Royal Rumble ever. Who will he face at WrestleMania? That's a question now. Your thoughts on that, guys?
I have a theory.
Okay. Is it an Austin theory, though?
No, it's not an Austin theory. It's a Kenny theory. So, sit back, relax, because I'm about to give you guys pure cinema. So, here's how I see things. Here's how I see things playing out.
Okay.
We fast forward a little bit to Elimination Chamber. Drew McIntyre's in the match. Okay, and then you have all of the other people in the match as well. There's all 4 of the pods, but one pod in particular is all covered in black. You can't see who's inside of there, but the top is covered, the middle is covered, and then the front is covered. You cannot see anyone in the pod. After all of the competitors come out and they start fighting each other, the last pod opens, and it is The Rock that comes out. And, they're all fighting and fighting. The Rock wins, goes and wins the title off of Drew McIntyre in the Elimination Chamber, and then they have it set up to where it is Roman Reigns versus The Rock at WrestleMania 42.
I like that theory, Kenny. I like the way you think.
I do too. I do. I like that. I would
Roman
honestly.
Reigns at the Rock.
I
I would pay money to watch that.
I would.
You gotta be a writer.
I would.
WWE writer.
Would you say Roman's gonna win though if that happens at WrestleMania, or is he gonna? Because the way I would see it,
I feel like he would have.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I feel like he would have a strong chance against him.
See the way I would book it is kind of like they did with Cody and Roman, to where he lost, and then the next year he won, and then because there has been talk of WrestleMania 43 in Saudi Arabia being The Rock versus Roman for the main event. And so what I'm saying is, like, what if, he loses and then next year, Dream Match round 2, like, it's like John Cena versus The Rock all over again. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Okay.
that's how I would book it, honestly. Because if you're having The Rock back
100%.
and you're having him as a champion, you might as well make the most of it. Because let's face it, whenever The Rock does come back, and by the way, he is definitely coming back at least one more time before he completely retires. Whenever he comes back, you have got to make the most of it. And I think that would be making the most of it.
He's a legend too, man. He's probably undoubtedly one of the best and one of my favorite wrestlers of all time.
No, I agree. Do you smell what The Rock is cooking?
Because he's memeable too. Can't forget about that.
It doesn't matter. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know how well I can do The Rock eyebrow. Let's see.
Kenny, I can't do my eyebrows. My eyebrows are weird.
Oh.
I look like I'm going crazy. Gonna go cross-eyed.
You look like you're having a stroke there. You're like confused.
I don't think I can do it.
We'll get somebody on here who can.
I mean, Kenny could kind of do it there. I didn't catch a good look, but I think he kind of had it. Yeah. Yeah. The question, though, Kenny, you're good at doing impressions. Can you do an impression of The Rock?
Oh. I don't know if I could do an impression of The Rock, but all I know is that he is the jabroni beating, pie eating, trailblazing, eyebrow raising. That's all I got. But other than that, can you smell what The Rock is cooking? Oh, I bet so. And he's serving up a can of whoop ass. That's all I can say.
Hell yeah.
I like that. So let's talk more about the Royal Rumble. All right. Comes down to Roman Reigns, Gunther, who just had a horrible match against AJ Styles, but we're not even going to go into that again. Roman, Gunther, and then Randy Orton. What did you guys think of the final three? I know we said Cody was going to be in the final three. What did you guys think?
I honestly wasn't expecting Randy as the final three.
I wasn't. I think they had named him as being in the Royal Rumble, correct? Or was he not?
I think so.
I feel like he was, but I could be mistaken. I'd have to go back and look at those other notes, but I feel like they did name him as being in the Royal Rumble. Oba Femi, he had 5 eliminations though, which was
he was astounding.
Oh my gosh. From throwing Braun Breaker out the very beginning, I mean he was absolutely amazing.
Yeah, as soon as I knew that the mysterious attacker did that, I'm like, well, there was my pick.
Yeah, no. I think, to be honest with you, so I've been seeing things like he was actually supposed to win. I think here's what happened. I think he was actually supposed to win from number 1. You see on SmackDown where they said he was coming in at number 1 by mistake. His name popped up on the screen and it was at number 1. I think WWE panicked. Changed his plans, said he's coming in at number 2, and then I think they changed it again and made him not win either. So, but I don't know. That's just my theory.
Yeah.
By the way, I have the notes from last podcast pulled up. Randy Orton was not
Okay.
on the list.
So he was
So
not
he's one of the
named.
surprise entrants. He was not named, so he's one of the surprise entrants.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Same
why.
thing with Powerhouse Hobbs. That was crazy.
Which he was, correct me if I'm wrong, but he was the guy who just left AEW not too long ago, right?
Yeah, he had just left.
And said that he wanted to come to WWE when he left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That must have been a reunion for him and Cody.
Which, what was the name? Royce Keys?
Royce Keys.
Did you hear the backstory behind that?
Yeah, that his son's name is Royce, and that his mother's maiden name was Keys, and so that's how he thought of the name.
Yeah, I liked that. Honestly, when he came down to the ring, first I was like, "Who is this?" And then it kind of started. The pieces kind of started coming together in my head. But as soon as I saw him walk out of that, locker room or whatever, I mean, that man is huge. I wouldn't have been upset if he won the whole thing coming in there.
I would have been crapping bricks.
I thought he looked good in there though. I thought that I think he's definitely got a bright future ahead of him in WWE.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Mm-hmm.
So Braun Breaker was eliminated right away. 10 seconds he lasted in the Royal Rumble. After entering at number 2, was attacked by the Masked Man. Who do you think the Masked Man was? Because I got some theories. Who do you guys think? And by the way, my theory is not Austin Theory.
Neither's mine, honestly. From close examination, and me and my dad were talking about this too. Shout out to my dad. We were looking at a closer look at the Master Vigilante, and if you take a look at the front face a little bit, there is he's got a blonde beard of some sort, and I was thinking it's got to be Logan Paul, but I'm like, why would that be Logan Paul? Because he, is with the group, the Vision, and he seems reliable. So, and plus, he wouldn't really have an alibi to do that. Here's what I'm thinking. It was Jake Paul. Because there have been rumors going around that Jake Paul might be joining, and that it's going to be a new faction for Seth Rollins since he was kicked out of the Vision, and that it's going to be Austin Theory, Seth Rollins, and Jake Paul against the old Vision, which is Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker, and Logan Paul.
Huh. So you think Austin Theory is going to switch sides when Seth comes back?
Yeah, I think he's going to definitely switch sides. I would like to see that, because we haven't seen Austin Theory as a babyface since his early NXT days. So it would definitely be interesting to see a little character shift.
Sorry, I'm looking at the Okay, I'm going to throw some names out there. You guys let me know what you think of it. First off, the most obvious, Seth Rollins. Yay or nay?
Nah.
No.
Nah.
I don't think it's going to be Seth Rollins. Remember though, it doesn't have to be who was in that costume that day, because I believe it was right after Survivor Series, the build kept changing of the dude, remember? To where he looked different at his first appearance, and then the second appearance he looked different. So
yeah.
But Seth Rollins, I don't think it's Seth. I don't think Seth is going to come back like that. I think if he comes back, it's going to be in a different manner to where he's revealing himself right away. Logan Paul or Jake Paul, maybe. I'm kind of on the fence about that, to where it's I could see it being him, but also Jake Paul just had his jaw shattered at the fight that he was in. So is Jake Paul going to jump ship to WWE that soon? That
No.
That's the thing that is kind of sticking out to me now that I think about it, and it just hit me, like literally live filming this, it just hit me that happened. I don't think with that happening,
Dude.
I don't think it was him.
No.
I will switch
It couldn't
though.
have been him.
Every other masked man has had gloves, correct?
Yeah, I think so. Hmm.
What if? So AJ took his gloves off and put his gloves back on. What if it's AJ Styles?
Ooh,
Oof.
that would be
going big.
interesting.
I'm 50.
Mhm.
I'm 50-50 on that right now.
Yeah, same here. Because it's just like I don't know, like how he would play into it unless if they like build a story around it, like surprise. I want to be part of the vision for my last like run, kind of like how it was like a little domino effect with Cena turning heel, even though that was a disaster. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it would definitely be interesting to see.
I don't know. It's kind of weird because I could see him doing that, but at the same time, it's like not really. Um, the other thing I thought was maybe Finn Balor, like 'cause Finn
Ooh,
was mad, but the thing you
Ooh.
do have to consider is Finn has a massive tattoo right here on his hand that is going to be
oh,
impossible to
that's
cover up.
true.
So he
Yeah,
would that I don't think with his tattoo, I don't think it's him because it's pretty noticeable anytime you
no.
see him. It's pretty. Sorry, I don't know why I'm laughing here. I was Keaton, you're gone and it's killing me back there.
Sorry,
No,
I'm
you're
trying to stay
good.
awake.
You're good. I just looked over and you were going like that. I was like, oh.
God dang it.
But no, I don't think it's Finn because, like I said, Finn's got that massive hand tattoo, and it's pretty obvious it's him because I have never seen a tattoo like Finn's hand tattoo. It's cool,
That had
but
to hurt.
it's unique. Have you seen it, Kenny?
I've seen like a small glimpse of it, but I haven't seen like the full tattoo.
Let me see here.
The full tattoo is cool. I've seen it. It's pretty noticeable. I can't imagine how much it hurt too.
Let me see if I can share.
Yeah.
This
Trying to
real
get
quick.
that done on your hand.
Hold on just a second. It is. Can you see this,
I'm pulling it up now.
Kenny? Can you see it?
I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up.
That
Ooh.
that is massive.
It's unique too.
Yeah, that is insane.
That's actually awesome, dude. I can't imagine how much that tat was.
I don't know. It's unique is the thing too,
Okay.
like, because that would make it really hard to make.
Cover.
Yeah. So I don't know. I've thought maybe Chris Jericho, someone from the Vision, but I really don't know. It's anybody's game right now and anybody's guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you have any other thoughts on that, Kenny?
Honestly, it could be anyone at this point. I don't know, but that now that I think about it, with that whole Jake Paul thing, it kind of makes sense on why he wouldn't be. And I honestly forgot that he did shatter his jaw. So
Dude, he didn't
I
shatter
completely
his jaw
debunks
in
it
one
now.
place,
He
but
shattered
he
it all
shattered it
over.
in two places. He shattered
Oh,
it
yeah.
here and here.
Yeah, I don't.
Dude, when I saw
Yeah.
him get punched in the face, I'm like, oh, he went straight through to the jaw.
What about
And
Triple H?
finished on the other side. Nah,
Dude,
I don't think.
I would like to see him go up against Terrence Crawford and see how he does.
Triple H.
Oh, that Triple H.
Who knows?
You guys got any other thoughts on the men's
knows,
Royal
man?
Rumble?
No, it's way more disappointing though than the women's. I'll say that.
Yeah, the men's Royal Rumble, I felt like it was kind of like boring in some parts, and well, there are some good things that had happened. Like I'm glad that they included some of the AAA people, like
Mr. Iguana.
Mr. Iguana, and I believe his the other dude's name was El Marco, I believe.
El
Let
Parca.
me look here.
I think it was El Parca.
Oh, that's right. Yep, La Parca.
El Parca, yeah.
Yeah, and then besides the whole Powerhouse Hobbs thing debuting, I thought it was really good. Some key things that I noticed was, Obafemi just kicking ass, taking names. Javon Evans really surprised me. He really did.
No, me too.
That dude, 21 years old, he's doing flips and tricks and being all bouncy and stuff like that. That dude is going to go far in that business. I know he is. And Logan Paul did good too. That's another thing that I had put down, that Logan Paul did good. I don't like Logan Paul, but I'm glad to see that he's finally building a character for himself, especially now that he's with the Vision. Because when he started, it was just okay, this dude is the biggest joke in here, and he's joining the company. He has, all of the success from Prime. Why is he here? But now, knowing that, he's loved the business, and that throughout these 2 or 3 years he's been here, he's been doing good, and now he has a name to make for himself outside of the real world and inside of WWE. So, other than that, I thought that the Men's Royal Rumble was really good.
Well, you talk about,
but still.
Yeah, you talk about Javon Evans doing tricks, but how about we whoop that trick for a second? Trick Williams. I think he might be the next Edge in WWE. I really like him. Trick Williams?
Yeah.
I mean, the way the crowd interacts with him and the way he just vibes is I liked him. Not to mention, his coat was absolutely sick.
Oh, yeah. And I just learned that he recently just got engaged to Lash Legend. So congrats to... congrats to Trick Williams.
Yeah, congrats. That's
Oh, heck yeah, man.
One lucky man right there.
Good couple. Yeah, hell yeah.
I think I'd go after
Wouldn't you want to be a pro athlete and dating somebody? I mean, who wouldn't?
Yeah. It depends.
Happened with Seth and Becky.
Yeah. It did. Well, we got a couple other things that I think we'll talk about real quick. And if you got any other notes that you want to discuss, feel free to mention them. The first thing, though, I kind of had a little section that was the aftermath of the Rumble. Where do we see some of these superstars going? The first one is with Brie Bella making her return in the Rumble.
Yeah.
What do you guys think she's going to do after this? Is this going to be a one and done, a one-hit wonder, or is she going to return, and is she going to actually wrestle again?
I think that it's going to be a one and done, only because she's a mom, and I think with her being a full-time mom, that's a big responsibility.
Oh, obviously.
Plus she has Birdie, and I think she has Buddy as well. Oh yeah, because they have 2 kids. Yeah, but yeah, I feel that she did it out of sake for her to just come back, entertain the crowd, being her first Royal Rumble, or no, second Royal Rumble, because her first one was in 2022. But yeah, overall, I think that it was just a one and done. Because family comes first.
No, I agree.
Family comes first over wrestling. Honestly, I agree there.
Yeah, excuse me. I think it's going to be a one and done. However, I think if she does stay, there's a lot of room in the tag team division for the women's right now.
Oh yeah.
I would like to see the Bella Twins go after the tag titles, but I don't know. I can't really see her returning. I mean, because even Nikki Bella, she's not showing up to Raw or SmackDown every week. So
no,
I there's room for them there, but at the same time, I don't know how much room they have for WWE in their life. Next one I have, we talked about the Judgment Day. The question is, what does this mean for the Judgment Day? Do you think the tension's going to continue to build?
Yeah, it's gonna light a fire for sure, and for Kelly,
I feel that everyone's going to go their separate ways, especially with Finn, because he's trying to work so hard on getting a title right now, and Dominic's doing good. Honestly, I feel that if he were to leave Judgment Day, he would build himself up more and make him better than he already is. Because one, he's like, isn't he still AAA champion right now?
I believe so. Yeah, in Intercontinental,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. So he's holding 2 belts right now. There's no need for him to be on that team anymore. That is just like, support that I don't think he really needs now that he's like a big star in his own way. So I could kind of see him leaving. Same thing with Liv because of the whole thing with her and Raquel.
Yeah. They're dragging it out more than it needs to be drug out, in my opinion. It's time for them to end it. There's factions that can stick around forever, like the Bullet Club, the NWO, and other things like that. But I don't think this is one of them. They've gone through numerous members, from Damian Priest to Rhea Ripley to Edge. The only 2 people who were still originally in that group are Finn and Dom. And neither one of them have had the push that they need, especially Finn. So
yeah,
I think it's time I think Finn will leave first. I think slowly but surely Raquel will get to the point to where she either turns on Liv or just leaves also. And then I think Roxanne, she's in a bit of a sticky position right now, to where like I don't think WWE knows what to do with her. Like she's over with the crowd. She's a good wrestler in my opinion, and I think she's worthy of the title, but I don't know if WWE sees her to that point yet. So I think she's kind of in there because they don't know where to put her. And then I think it'll come down to Liv and then Dom, and I don't know what'll happen between the 2 of them, but I think after that there's going to be no more Judgment Day, and it's just going to be them. I mean, who knows? Maybe WWE makes a tag team title for a mixed gender tag team title, and they go after that. But I really don't know where I could see them going after that. Next question.
I agree.
Either.
Is it still Tiffy time, or is she kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place right now? Where do you think she's going to go after the Royal Rumble?
Kenny?
I would say, obvious enough, like Tiffany Stratton, great. She's amazing. She's won Money in the Bank. She was champion for a little bit. I feel like that now she's kind of sitting on the back burner a little bit because it's just like she's already had her momentum. And I feel like now she's going to try and go for that Grand Slam type of momentum, to where like she's going to try and win every title in WWE for the women's division. Like she's going to go for the IC title for the women's, the US title, and then tag team with someone, and then go for the tag team title.
Yeah. I mean, I would Grand Slam mean putting her over as the women's world champion as well? Or
honestly, doesn't.
Is it just one?
I think it's just one. Okay. As long as it's just one, then you should be okay, because there have been some other champions who have only won either the WWE or the World Heavyweight title, and they were Grand Slam champions. Because I think The Miz did before, because he's a 2-time Grand Slam champion from what I know.
I agree.
I miss hearing the name. I miss hearing the name The Miz. I miss hearing that, man.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the last topic we have... Excuse me again. Jeez, that ice cream must have gotten to me. Is Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, are they splitting soon? Is there time to split now?
I mean, what else is there really to do for them? Because
they're not friends too. Remember,
there hasn't. Oh yeah, true. They are friends, but I just feel like if they do go for the women's tag titles, that it's gonna get stale in a way, because just we've seen it before. But I mean, you never know. They could, or it could be they end up having a falling out after the events of the Royal Rumble and stuff like that, or they could have a disagreement, and then they just both go their separate ways. But it's honestly hard to say, really.
I agree.
It is.
I think it's kind of like it's another one of those situations, kind of like Roxanne. Like, what do we do with them now? They've had their moment in the spotlight. You can only, in my opinion, when it comes to sports, wrestling in particular, I'm only saying wrestling in particular because wrestling is predetermined before. You can only put someone in the spotlight so many times before the spotlight doesn't look good on them anymore. You know what I mean? It's kind of like...
And it dims.
Yeah. Yep, exactly. The spotlight fades away little by little the more they're in the spotlight. So in my opinion, I think split them. Both of them have been world champion.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what else they have. So,
Split.
yeah, split.
Split it. Split them.
Yeah, just split them.
Let's go. Bye.
Adios, muchachos. Well, I think that just about wraps up the podcast for today. Kenny or Keaton, did either one of you guys have any more notes or anything?
I'm all good over here, brother.
Yeah, no, I'm good here as well.
Man.
Well, we thank you guys for tuning in. Again, we do have that other podcast releasing. Hopefully, it's going to be releasing Wednesday or Thursday. I hope that one is going to take a lot less.
For that.
I don't want to say a lot less effort, but hopefully, I can stay on top of it this time because that last podcast,
Yeah.
it gave me a low blow. It was the
Yeah.
editing. See, the editing wasn't rough. I was up till 4 a.m. editing just because I couldn't sleep, and also like I wanted to get it done. But then afterwards was the worst part.
And then YouTube basically said F off.
Well, also,
Yeah.
I use Microsoft Clipchamp to edit this. It's the simplest one. I have a free membership through the college that I'm enrolled in. So I was using it, and I exported it. It didn't export right. I ran out of storage on my computer, so that's a new thing. I got to get another hard drive for my computer eventually, because your boy ran out of storage out of my 2 terabytes.
Yeah.
So I got to
Money,
replace
that's
the
it.
storage. Yeah.
Money.
And the bad thing right now is they're jacked up through the roof with this AI crap. So
Money.
Money,
Mr. Krabs money. Kenny, can you do an impression of Mr. Krabs?
Oh man,
I'm gonna put you on the spotlight.
I can do a good
Mr. Krabs.
I can do a good one.
I love that.
I can't do SpongeBob though. Ah! That's not that. Or Gary. Keaton's got a cat that meows just like Gary.
I do, literally.
Like literally,
Oh, that's awesome.
the cat will walk by you and just go meow. The first time I saw the cat, I was like, "Is that Gary?"
What?
I think she's in the vlog that we did, and it's like, that sounds like Gary.
Yeah, she is.
Anyway, we're getting a bit off topic, but yeah, thank you guys for tuning
We'll
in.
see everybody Wednesday.
Yeah,
We'll see
shout out to
everybody
Kenny
Wednesday.
for joining the Sports Huddle team. So,
Heck yeah.
if you guys aren't
You
already
excited
following
for
us,
Wednesday, Kenny?
go ahead, Keaton.
You excited for Wednesday, Kenny?
I am. I'm very excited. This Wednesday we're going to be talking about the Super Bowl.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I'm gonna end by doing this real quick.
Seahawks by Millie.
If you guys aren't already following the social medias, go follow Sports Huddle's page on Twitter at Sports Huddle 25. You can find us on Instagram at _ the Sports Huddle _. You can find us on TikTok at Sports _ Huddle. You can find us on YouTube at the Sports Huddle 25. And then you can find us on Facebook at the Sports Huddle. The one on Facebook is the first one that says the Sports Huddle with our logo. And then thank you guys again for blowing up that video that we did on YouTube.
We really, really appreciate
we
that.
do.
I hope we do the
Yeah,
same.
thank you guys for all the love.
Yeah, we appreciate each and every one of you guys. But until next time, I'm Logan.
Until Wednesday, people. I'm Keaton.
I'm Kenny.
We'll see you guys later. Take care.
Peace out.
Bye, guys.